Howdy folks, Stray Cat 74 here. Long time no see, I know. We're back in the Basement of Solitude, and I figured I'd do something I haven't done with you before, and that's a breakdown and clean on several firearms. Not all at once, one at a time. That way each has their own video. We're going to start off with one of my personal favorites, my 1911. This is a Colt Combat Commander, and as you can see, it's, well, almost see. It is empty. So, now, nobody ever bothered to teach me how to field strip and clean. I had to figure this out the hard way. The way I always ended up doing it was sliding this back till the tip of this was there. Kind of hard to do it backwards. There it goes. I don't have any fingernails, so this is a little more difficult. Where's my tool? And that went there. Shit. You can tell this was very well planned out. Push that back in. I had a special frickin' needle in my frickin' finger. God damn it. Tool set aside for this. I know where it is. It's in my range bag. It was in my range bag because I went to the range. I didn't get video of that, but, now it comes out just fine. Dang it. Any case, I did it wrong on a previous video. I will find it and put a link somewhere in here. But you remove the pen and slide it off like that. Like I said, this is the wrong way to do it. The proper way to do it requires a little bit more effort. But this is how I figured out how to take my freaking gun apart. Like I said, I do things weird and backwards. And I'll show you the proper way to do it here now. So as you can see, pieces parts want to come exploding all over the place. So we'll if I don't manage to screw this up. And I think I did. Son of a bitch. There it goes. Line it up. And then put this back in there. I need to put a little white dot around my camera because I keep looking over here. You're not over here. You're over there. Okay. The proper way involves not shooting the fluorescent light above me with the spring. This one never wants to go. Anyway, you're supposed to push down on this, turn that, and it's supposed to come out. This one, this firearm hasn't been disassembled a lot, at least not the proper way, so it's very, very tight, despite the fact that this firearm is like 40 years old. My father put 10 rounds through it, then stuck it in a safe for 30 years. I bought it just shy of 10 years ago, and every time I take it out, I put at least 100 rounds through it. So it's barely broken, even though it's a 40-something-year-old firearm. Come on, come on. And it doesn't want to go. There it goes. Okay. Turn this sideways. This comes out. Now we turn it back the other way, about yay far, and this is supposed to just come right out. You know, it helps if I remove the frickin' there. Yeah, you can tell I script these. So what's hanging up is there's a little nub around the lug. That hasn't been worn in yet. It rides here and just centers the barrel. I will try to get you a good look down at my barrel here. No, wrong one. That's the one. So, yeah. There it goes. Off. Well, since we now have this in its constituent pieces, cleaning. I've really only used two methods of cleaning. There is the old Assemble It brush. I actually bought this specifically for my 45. This was the first cleaning kit that I bought for it. And shortly thereafter, I realized these are a lot of work, comparatively speaking, to other methods. As you can see, that brush is way longer than my barrel, because just one of those little pieces is, being attacked by frickin' bugs, is not quite long enough, because the joint's right here. It wouldn't completely clear the barrel, but let's see. Red rag, which I usually have handy. That's probably about 4 drops. Actually see a spot that's dry right about there. And then there's a joint right about here that allows this to spin so that your brush doesn't come off the end. Like I said, these things can be a lot of work. You lose a piece, it don't work anymore. So that's where I go to my other method of cleaning the barrel, which is bore snake. There have been a few guns that I've taken to the range and put multiple hundreds of rounds through. 3 passes with the bore snake, barrel's clean. This one hasn't been shot in a while. Well, not since last time I went to the range anyway. Just drop the weighted end down the barrel, then pull. I've never had to do more than 3 passes on a barrel. To get it clean. Now, I always put my bore snakes back in the packaging, because these are not labeled what the hell they are. They should have on the little brass weighted end an inscription of what frickin' size they go to, and I don't see any. So maybe there is, maybe I'm just not looking in the right spot, but readily identifiable, this is what caliber you're doing, would come in handy. So nice and clean. Then again, it started off nice and clean. So, okay. Let's see. I use almost exclusively rem oil. No particular reason other than it's readily available. It's fairly inexpensive. And it is military CLP, cleaner lubricant protectant. So for those of you who have mil-spec weaponry, it's good stuff. Now, for the upper receiver, I do the bolt face and along the rails here and here, and then just hit the bottom of there because there is some friction. You also want to hit the feed ramp. I don't have very good light in here this evening. Sorry, I should have actually planned this. So, in any case, for most of my casual shooting, this is as much as I ever do on my firearm. Matter of fact, I usually don't run 2 brushes through the barrel. I either do the bore snake or I do this, depending on which one I have with me at the time. I usually take bore snakes for whatever calibers I'm going to the range with, and I leave this at home in my master cleaning kit. So, little handy thing to carry around. Drop that in a pocket, that and some rem oil. Done. Okay. Need to put that back on there. There it goes. So turn it slightly as you're behind it, actually as you're looking at it, slightly to one side to get it to go in, and then turn it the other way. I use these handy tools. Mine's the narrower of the two, to turn that way. This has got the short guide rod with it. So with the guide rod in place, but this still sticking out the front, we should be able to just slide this on until pieces parts fall off. You'll see here the holes need to line up. I can move the barrel and it changes the aspect on that hole a little bit because that's where that goes. Then line up. It's hard to do it from this side of the firearm. Line up the little notch here, and it just pushes in. Okay, so last little bit, and this is where a lot of people have problems because this is under spring tension and wants to go shboing. Can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. I did it without making it go sprawling. You better hit the like button just because of that. So in any case, what I had to do there was push down on that and twist this back over. So I don't have any empty magazines handy. Matter of fact, all of my magazines are loaded and put away somewhere. That was not a free fall. I was holding, I was just bringing it up quickly. A lot of people say you don't dry fire these. I can understand that, but you cannot engage the safety unless it's all the way fully back. Now, one modification I did see on a 1911 is a guy took a Dremel right along this edge here. Let me turn on another light. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Oh, hey, there we go. Took a Dremel along this edge so that the safety wouldn't stop the slide from functioning. That way he could click the safety on and then rack the slide to eject the bullet in the chamber. That way it was on safe and he could still do that. I'm not going to do that to this one. This is an old gun. I don't want to do that. I might do that on my next gun. I haven't decided yet. But in any case, field strip, clean, 1911, Colt Combat Commander, 70 series, 70S series, as a matter of fact. Can you tell it's way too late at night and I'm supposed to be sleeping right now? Anyhow, that's 20 minutes of me playing with my gun. And I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time in the Basement of Solitude.